Hello everyone. Now we are going to start our new topic: production, estimation, and utilization of various food drugs. Okay, phytochemistry second, pharmacognosy. What is our objective? To understand the production, estimation, to understand the production, estimation, and various medical importance of plant constituents. How we are going to what is the biological sources of the drugs, and how we are going to collect the drug, and how we are going to culture, you can say, how we are going to increase their chemical constituent, and how we are going to estimate the particular drug constituents, we are going to see in this chapter. First of all, learning outcomes. And the students were able to understand about various technique of industrial production technique, of the various industrial production technique, estimation of various medicinal importance of plant constituents, and students were able to understand uh, about the chemical structure of phytoconstituents. Production, estimation, and utilization of senescenoids. First of all, we have studied about senna. Senescoids are the active constituent of senna. They are senescoid A, B, C, D. They are dimeric anthraquinone glycoside. First of all, we would like to understand what is glycosides. Glycosides, these are the substance which having glycone plus a glycone. Means glycone, it is a sugar moiety, and a glycone, it is a pharmacological effect containing drug substance. They are all glycosides having different category, like anthraquinone glycosides. Anthraquinone glycosides, the senna, cascara, aloe, rhubarb, all these drugs come under anthraquinone glycosides. In anthraquinone glycosides, they are giving Bontrager test. They are giving Bontrager test, but aloe, cascara giving modified Bontrager test. That's why we are going to clear all these things, because of there are some conceptual things which we are going to speak during starting the PPT. So I'm going to clear all these points. What is senna, cascara, yeah, aloe? What is rhubarb? All these are the plants, and we are going to isolate the drug from these plants. In senna, there is oxygen molecule is having between glycone and aglycone moiety. Means aglycone and glycone moiety attach with the oxygen molecule. So they are giving Bontrager test. In Bontrager test, they are giving pink color. They are giving pink color, not reddish color, only pink color. In modified Bontrager test, the in cascara, yeah, you can say aloe, a glycone and glycone moiety attach with the carbon element. Means they having carbon linkage. So therefore, they are not giving Bontrager test. They are giving modified Bontrager test, and they are also giving pink color. Next one thing, in sinusoids. In senescoid, what is senescoid? Senescoid, it is a chemical constituent which is found in the senna. And senna, it is what is the biological source of senna? It consists of dried leaflet of Cassia angustifolia and Cassia acutifolia. Cassia angustifolia is called Indian senna. Cassia angustifolia is called Indian senna, and Cassia acutifolia is called Alexandral senna. Both having senna plant, both having same type of chemical constituent, but they are growing at a different place, and they have some kind of uh, difference in their structure, morphological structure also, but the chemical constituent is same. Next one thing, the family of both of plant is same, Leguminous. Now in uh, senescoids, ABCD. in all of them having there is a small difference in their stereochemistry. What is the difference? At their 10 dash position, at their 10 dash position, in Sena A and Sena C, in Sena A and Sena C, having COOH function group, means carboxylic acid. In Sena B and Sena D, they having CH2OH bond, means CH2OH function group is present. So Sena A, Sena C, Sena B, Sena D. So these are the dimeric anthraquinone. Dimeric means two anthraquinone moiety attached with the 10 dash bond, 10 dash bond having. Now we can see in this structure sinusoid A and sinusoid B. We can clearly see in this structure, sorry, in sinusoid A and B, Sena A having mesoform and Sena B having transform, and alloy amodine or rahine. Now we can see the glucose means oxygen molecule. They having oxygen linkage, that is why they giving Born-Trager test. We can see alloy amodine structure in the here. In this case, CH2OH group, C double bond OH group is here, and there is the position of 10 dash position here. Now sinusoid B. Now what is the method of isolation of calcium sinusoid? What is there? Isolation isolation method of calcium sinusoids: dried powder of senna plus methanol 80 to 90%. We are going to take in round bottom flask. First of all, we are going to take senna leaf and we are going to dry the senna leaf, and after that we are going to add methanol and in the extractor, and we are going to maintain their pH 2.9 with the help of calcium, with the help of organic solvent, the organic acid, and allow to keep for 1 hour, and after that solvent is circulated for 6 to 8 hours at 40 to 45 degrees centigrade, same as Starr's Otto method. Dry powder plus methanol 80%, then mix into the extractor. Continuous we are going to mix and maintain their pH 2.9 with the organic acid. Generally acetic acid we are going to use. After that we are going to keep the drug for 6 to 8 hours for 40 to 45 degrees centigrade. Now filtered and add methanol and filter. Now infiltrate that, filtrate in tank with the stirrer. Now filtrate in tanker with stirrer, and pH is adjusted with ammonia 3.7 to 3.9. Filtrate in tank with stirrer. Stirrer helps in filtration process. Stirred the solution for 30 to 45 minutes at 20 to 30 rpm. 20 to 30 rpm is the speed of stirrer, and allowed to stand for 1 hour. Allowed to stand for 1 hour. The filter the solution. If we are going to filter the solution, filtrate taken in the tank with a stirrer of 90 rpm. Tank was previously filled with the methanol. Means we are already keep the methanol in the excessive and stirred with the 1 hour, and pH is adjusted with the liquor ammonia 30%, and pH is adjusted 6.5 to 6.7. Stirred the solution and allowed to stand for 1 hour. Now PPT occur. Now sinusoid PPT will occur into the bottom part, and filter the drum or leaf. Leaf means we can say mark substance, which we are going to filter by the drum, and wash the PPT with the methanol till neutralize. The pH is going to adjusted with the ascorbic acid, means vitamin C, on the final wash with the methanol. Now we are going to see wash the PPT with the methanol till neutralized, then adjusted the pH with ascorbic acid, vitamin C, on the final washing with the methanol, and then PPT is dried under the vacuum at 50 degrees centigrade and flax flavorized and packed. So this method is used in industrial production for sinusoids. Sinusoids, it is a essential component which is used in laxative phase. So what kind of steps we are going to see in the industry? Isolation of calcium salts containing sinusoids. First, dried powder, then methanol, 80% to 90% in the extractor. Maintain the pH 2.9. Then solvent is circulated for 6 to 8 hours at 45 degrees centigrade, and add methanol. Then filter and filtrate the tank with the stirrer. pH is adjusted with the ammonia 3.7 to 3.9. Stir the solution for 30 to 45 minutes at 20 to 30 rpm. Allow to stand for 1 hour and filter the solution. We are going to filter the solution. Then filter is taken into the stirrer for 90 rpm. 90 rpm, it will be move very fastly, and tank was previously filled with the methanol, so stirred for a 1 hour. Again we are going to stir. Second time we are going to stir, and pH is adjusted with the liquor ammonia, yeah, liquid ammonia with the 30%. pH is adjusted to 6.5 to 6.7. Stirred solution, allowed to stand for 1 hour. PPT occur, it means PPT are going to form. Filter the drum and leave and wash the PPT with the methanol till neutralized, and adjust the pH with the ascorbic acid on final washing with the methanol. PPT dried under vacuum at 50 degrees centigrade temperature, flax pulverized and packed. So this is the method of isolation of sinusoids. Now, what is the estimation? It is estimated by the calorimetry. In 1996, the drug is powdered and extracted with the water or hydroalcoholic solution. The drug is powdered and extracted with the alcoholic or hydroalcoholic solution. The aqueous phase is extracted with chloroform or ether, or eliminate free anthraquinones. Free anthraquinone is going to separate out. So estimation method by the calorimetry. First step, very simple method. The drug powder, first of all, those powder which are going to isolated and extracted with water and hydroalcoholic solution. With aqueous phase is extracted. When we are going to transfer into the separating funnel, the aqueous phase is extracted with chloroform and ether and eliminate free anthraquinones. The aqueous solution is oxidized with ferric chloride. Ferric chloride, the aqueous phase is oxidized. Aqueous phase we are going to we are going to remove out also. Oxidized with the ferric chloride and hydrolyzed with the hydrochloric acid. Now resulting anthraquinones and are extracted with the organic acid, organic solvent chloroform or ether. The solvent is evaporated. Solvent is evaporated, and the residue is redissolved. Residue is redissolved in the methanolic solution of magnesium acetate. Those absorbance measured at 515 nanometer and giving red color. The resulting anthraquinol is extracted with the organic acid, chloroform, or ether. The solvent is vaporized with the residue redissolving in the methanolic solution. In the methanolic solution of magnesium acetate, whose absorbance is measured at 550 nanometer, and it will give red color fluorescence. The standard solution is 1:8 dihydroxyanthraquinone. Now bioassay. The bioassay is carried out on mice and rat by counting the number of wet fecus after administration of drug according to weight of animal for determining the activity. It is a very simple process, a very simple method. We are giving the solution of sinusoids by the oral route to the rat or mice, First of all, we are going to make four batch of these rat or mice, and we are giving two batch. We are going to give the standard drug, and two batch we are going to give the extracted or test drug. In this time, we are first batch we are going to see the general elimination of ficus. Uh, what is the timing of general elimination of ficus, and how much ficus they are going to pass in a day. And after that we are giving the drug, and we are going to see the increasing time of elimination of ficus in the rat or mice. So this is the bioassay which is encountered with the mice generally, or rats we are doing, and we are going to count the number of rat ficus after administration of drug, and according to their weight of the animals, and we are going to determine the percentage activity. Now utilization of sinusoids used in the treatment of constipation. There is very common use in case of constipation. In high dose, it acts as a purgative. At low dose, it acts as a laxative. So, what is the meaning of all these terms? Constipation, laxative, purgative. Constipation, a patient when unable to pass the fecus matter, then we are going to give the drugs. Purgative, these are the agents which having strong activity. When we are giving the drug in higher dose, then a person is going to pass the fecus by number of times. Mean to say that many times he is going for uh, he is going to pass the fecus, and the low dose is act as a laxative. So generally the sinusoids act as a laxative and purgative. So this is the chapter. In this chapter, first of all, we are going to see about biological source, Sena, sinusoids, Alexander Sena and Indian Sena, Cassia angustifolia and Cassia acutifolia. After that, family Leguminaceae. Then we are going to see their structure, sinusoid A, B, C, D, and after that we are going to see their isolation method. Simply, in isolation method, we are going to do in the industry. Uh, Collecting the dry leaf powder, add methanol 80 to 90%, and we are going to stir, heat the extractor into the 45 degrees centigrade for 6 to 8 hours, and after that we are going to adjust the pH with organic acid, then add liquid ammonia, and next one step we are going to add methanolic solution, and after that we are going to do extraction, and in last one step we are going to add citric acid, and we are going to collect the uh, sinusoids extract. And next one step we are going to see bioassay. In bioassay, what would we see? In bioassay uh, has been done on mice and rat. Generally we are going to see their how much fecus matter, wet fecus are going to pass out after the administration of drug, and in last one step we are going to see the utilization of sinusoids used in a constipation. At higher dose it act as a purgative, at a low dose it act as a laxative. So this is sinusoids. Now next one drug is production estimation and utilization of diosgenin. What is diosgenin? Diogenin is also a glycoside. Diogenin is obtained from the dry tuber of various species of Diaspora. Diaspora deltoidea, Diascorea prazeri, Diascorea flabibunda, and it belongs to family Diascoriaceae. The structure is this one structure. In this structure, diosgenin, we can see there is anthraquinone moiety, three ring structure, and apart from them, two other ring structure is going to bind, and methanolic. This is lateral side methanol. Sorry, methyl group, and this is OH functional group is here, and this OH group is also responsible for therapeutic activity, and this furan moiety is essential for therapeutic activity. Now we are going to see the isolation of diosgenin. How we are going to isolate the diosgenin? As we know that the tuber part is we are going to collect it, in last structure, last picture, this tuber part. This tuber part we are going to use dried tuber of the various species of Diatora and Dioscorea deltoida. We are generally use this tuber part we are going to use. And in case of isolation, first step, tubers are going to collected, and after that we are going to wash the tuber and remove the dust and the other foreign microorganism which is available on tuber, then dried the tuber, and after that extracted with the hot water at 90-degree methanol. First we are going to we can use hot water or 90% ethanol. If we are going to use 90% ethanol, then the chance of microorganisms which are available on the tuber are going to killed out, and 100% antiseptic, you can say free from microorganism containing preparation are going to prepare. And for 6 hours we are going to do extraction. First tuber collected, then dried, then washed, and then dried, and then extracted with 90% ethanol for 6 hours. And after that, alcoholic extract concentrated under vacuum pressure and filtered the solution. And filtrate plus solvent, infiltrate, we are going to add solvent ether or lead acetate solution. Ether or lead acetate solution, they are going to settle down the impurities which are available in the preparation, and hydrolysis by the acetic acid. We are going to use acetic acid and then extracted with the paraethyl tetrahydro cyclic substance, and then we are going to add ether and evaporate the solvent, then last one part, dioxazine is going to collected, dried, and packed. So this one method we are going to see in the industries how to prepare the dioxazine. So dioxazine are prepared like this one manner. How we are going to estimate it? We are going to estimate it with the help of HPTLC. What is HPTLC method? Standard preparation. Prepare known concentration of solution in chloroform. The amount of substance is spot is 2 to 25 microgram. In the preparation, standard preparation, the prepared known concentration of solution in chloroform with the amount of substance in spot is 2 to 25 microgram. Sample preparation reflects 1 gram of drug with 2.5 normal HCl for 4 hours. Cool and filter through Wattmann filter paper. Cool the filter through Wattmann filter paper. Collect the residue and dry at petroleum ether in the Soxhlet for 4 hours and evaporate with the petroleum ether, extract, and dryness. So these are the HPTLC method for sample preparation. And next one part, dissolve the residue in chloroform and make up the volume to 10 ml with the chloroform. Now solvent system. In solvent system, we are going to use toluene ethyl acetate. Toluene ethyl acetate solution we are going to use in this preparation. And what is the procedure for preparing? Apply a known volume of standard the sample preparation of triplet pre-coated HPTLC plates. Pre-coated HPTLC plates we are going to use and develop the plates in the distance of 8 centimeter. In every preparation, when we are to do like this one, we are going to maintain the distance of the plates, pre-coated plates, for not creating any kind of impurities, misreading in the preparation. And last one part is detecting agent. Lieberman Bouchard reagent we are going to use, and heated with 120 degrees centigrade. So this is the method. In this chapter we are going to see, first of all, tuber part we are going to use of dioxazine, and there are 3 species. And next one part we are going to see isolation. In isolation we are going to take tuber, we are going to wash and then dry, and after that we are going to extract with the hot water or 90% ethanol, Apart from them, we are going to collect the substance and extract it with the ether or chloroform. And in last one part, we are going to add lead acetate and acetic acid in the preparation. And last one, we are going to collect it and packed. And then we are going to see their detection by sorry uh, with the help of HPTLC method. And in last one portion, we are going to see how we are going to extract out and cool the and scan in the densiometer. In densiometer in the reflection mode with the 600 nanometer, and as compared to corresponding of diagenin sample, and the standard preparation of amount of diagenin sample is estimated. So these are the preparation. Now, utilization of diagenin. What is the utilization of diagenin? What is the utilization of diagenin? Used as a precursor for steroidal synthesis. Means we are going to synthesize steroidal hormone. It is first converted to 16-dehydropregnilone acetate, which act as a precursor for steroidal synthesis like corticosteroid, pregnan, and used in the synthesis of sex hormone. So in short, we are going to use in the synthesis of steroidal hormone preparations, and the utilization of diagenin is precursor for the steroidal synthesis of hormone. Now, next one is production, estimation, and utilization of podophylotoxin. This is the third one drug which we are going to start it. First of all, it is obtained from the dried rhizome or root of Podophyllum hexandrum. Podophyllum hexandrum. So, in this plant, it is the obtained from the dried rhizome or root of Podophyllum hexandrum. Family Berberidaceae. Structure of podophylotoxin. If we are going to see the structure, this one is structure of podophylotoxin. Now, isolation of podophylotoxin. Dried rhizome powder we are going to collect. First of all, we are going to collect rhizomes, and after that we are going to dry and convert into powder form, and then extracted with ethanol. Now, dried rhizome powder we are going to extract it with ethanol, then soxylate apparatus. When we are doing soxylation, in soxylation, what would we do? First of all, we are going to take round bottom flask. In round bottom flask, we are going to add, we are going to take ethanol 50 ml, and we are going to take dried rhizome powder of podophylotoxin, Podophyllum hexandrum, and we are going to start the assembly. We are going to heat the ethanol and start the distillation process for 4 to 6 hours, and taking 5 to 7 outlets by the rhizomes. And after that, we are going to concentrate to the syrupy mass is formed. The syrupy mass is available into the round bottom flask, and we are going to concentrate to take into the beaker. And after that, we are going to concentrate into the beaker and add HCl plus water in the beaker, and cool at 5 degrees centigrade. Mean to say that we are going to keep onto the ice box, and after that we are going to cool at 5 degrees centigrade and allow to stand for 2 hours. Mean to say that we are going to keep on ice chamber for 2 hours, and filter the vacuum, and wash the residue with the acidified water. Wash the residue with the acidified water. Why? Because there are of some acidic impurities if available in the preparation, so we are going to neutralize them, and cool below 5 degrees centigrade. We are going to cool them, and residue is available into the beaker part. The residue part is available, and then uh, add the hot ethanol, hot alcohol of 90% alcohol into the preparation, and filter and evaporate the alcohol, and dry residue is constant wet at 80 degrees centigrade. Means when we are going to keep the beaker at 80 degrees centigrade, then all alcohol is going to evaporated, and water containing preparations vehicle is if available, then it will be evaporated, and dried residue of podophylloctoxin is available into the beaker. So this is the preparation. This is the method of isolation. Then what would we are going to see in this chapter? First of all, we are going to take dried rhizome powder, extract with ethanol. We are going to see isolation method. In this method, first of all, we are taking rhizome or root part, and after that we are going to dry and convert into powder form, then add ethanol, and then we are doing oxidation and distillation process and concentrate and make a silky mass, then add HCl plus water. HCl plus water we are going to add and cool the preparation at 5 degrees centigrade. Means we are going to keep into the freeze for 6 to 8 hours, and sorry, for 2 hours, and filter the process under vacuum. Then wash the residue with the acidified water and cool below 5 degrees centigrade. And in residue, add hot alcohol 90% and filter and evaporate it. Filter and evaporate it, and dry residue is wet under 80 degrees centigrade temperature. So these are the method of isolation of podophylloctoxin. Now, utilization of podophylloctoxin. What is the utilization of podophylloctoxin? Potent anti-tumor agent. First use is, it is a potent anti-tumor agent. It is used in the treatment of cancer. It is purgative and cholagogue. Mean to say that podophylloctoxin is stop the growth of tubules, microtubules, by the depolymerization process. That is why it is used in Hodgkinson disease and blood leukemia, uh, and yeah, sorry, in child leukemia, and it is also used at a very small dose as a case of purgative substance. It is a cholagogue substance is also, because it killed some worms which is available into the intestine. So these are the drugs which we are going to study. First drug Sena. In Sena, sinusoids, Sena, first sinusoid ABCD, and these are the uses of Sena is laxative, purgative at higher dose, and it is used in constipation removing. And second one drug is Diascora. Diogenin we are going to available. Diogenin is used for preparation of steroidal hormone and sex related hormones, we are going to see. And third one part we are going to see podophylloctoxin. In podophylloctoxin, it is podophylloctoxin which we are going to extracted and isolated, and it is used in cancer disease, as well as it is used in a purgative and cholagogue disease. So this is the chapter. In this unit there are of 3 drugs which are available. So this unit is completed, and now we are going to start our some questions. First multiple choice question: wick of cotton ball is used in which chromatography? In which chromatography wick of cotton ball actually, when we are going to do the uh, estimation process of any drug, then we are going to do in two dimension, running the mobile phase. For running the mobile phase in 2 dimension, what would we do? We are taking a wick of cotton, which is placed into the mobile phase, and upon this we are going to keep our filter paper or Wattmann filter paper. So by the help of wick, the mobile phase is going to travel on the paper. So the radial paper chromatography is the answer. Which of the following drug is used for the example of saponin glycoside? Aloe, amla, adonis, and glycyrrhizia glabra. So saponin glycoside, we have also studied in yesterday class. Triterpenoids glycoside, saponin glycoside. So in triterpenoid glycoside, it glycyrrhizia glabra is the answer. In ninhydrin, Ninhydrin is used as a detecting agent for detection of. Ninhydrin is used for detection of amino acids. अमीनो एसिड डिटेक्शन के लिए निनहाइड्रिन का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. नंबर ऑफ आइसोप्रीन यूनिट इज फाउंड इन सेस्कोट्रपिन. इन हेमिटरपिन 1, in monoterpene 2, sesquiterpene 3, diterpene 4, triterpene 6. So so in sesquiterpene the answer is 3. So answer is D. Now next one, the biological source of caraway oil is caraway oil. It is a ripe fruit of caraway. I have already said that in biological source, anybody can ask plant part which we are going to use, like diogeny. We are going to see the tuber in photophyllexum toxin. We are going to see root part. In case of senna, we are seeing the dry leaf part. So the biological source of caraway oil is ripe fruit. So biological source is also very important part. Periwinkle is the synonym of. This question has been asked in drug inspector exam also. Periwinkle is the synonym of vinca alkaloid. So the answer is vinca. In aloe vera, there are 4 species which is found in India. Aloe vera cap aloe vera barbidans, uh, aloe vera barbidans, and aloe vera gingivaris, uh, and scotrine aloe. And Raulfia is called synonym is Chota Chan. So and answer vinca is periwinkle is the synonym, and black catechu. There is no synonym black catechu. That's called simply catechu. Vitta is not found in. Mean to say that Vita, it is a hollow space which is found in the plant part, in which volatile oil is going to uh, available. You can say oil is going to store. So terpenoids, no. Vita is not found in terpenoids. Coriander, yes. Sorry, Vita is not found in terpenoids. Yes, Vita is found. Coriander, yes, Vita is found. Fennel is also found. Resin. In resins, we are, what would we do? How we are going to extract? We are going to do cut on the plant stem part and green branches, and by then the secretion is come out through that particular part. So Vita is not found in the resins. Next one is opium have all of the following uses except one. In opium is used in diarrhea. Yes, opium is used in diarrhea. Constipation, no. It is a side effect of opium. It causes constipation. Now next one, clove belongs to family. Clove belongs to family. Clove belongs to Umbelliferae. No. Most of the volatile oil belongs to Umbelliferae family, like coriander uh, and fennel. But clove belongs to Mariaceae. Labiataceae, actually Tulsi belongs to family Labiataceae, not clove. Lauriaceae, no. Cinnamon belongs to family Lauriaceae. Clove is not belongs to family Lauriaceae. None is the answer. If there is option is Mariaceae, so answer is Mariaceae. The family of clove is Mariaceae. Senna is used as we are going to study now. Senna is used as dental analgesic. No. Clove is used as a dental analgesic. Laxative, yes. Senna is used as a laxative, purgative. At a small dose, it acts as a laxative. At higher dose, it acts as a purgative. We are going to see now in bioassay also, rat or mice, when we are going to give in rat or mice, we are going to collect the number of wet feces into the senna. So answer is B, laxative. Antiseptic, no. All, no. So answer is laxative. So these are the some multiple choice questions which we are going to see in this chapter, and this unit is completed from as per your syllabus. There are 3 drugs which biological source, their isolation method, their estimation method, their production estimation method is mentioned. So all these this chapter in this PPT, all these points are covered. So this unit will be finished. Thank you. There is the reference. So these are the reference. Thank you.